I have a big problem with my SV.
This is so ugly, man.
So to fix that, I got this. It's exactly what I wanted, just a chunk of metal. I didn't want it to have any flashy fake carbon or real carbon or any other flames or whatever stuff. I just wanted a metallic pipe that sounds better than the absolute piece of trash that comes stock. So today we're gonna do a sound test before and after. I'm gonna tell you why did I choose this particular exhaust, a slip-on actually, and how much did they pay for it. But first, let's get into wrenching.
Installation is super simple. You only have to unscrew this bolt and this bolt over here and replace it with the new parts that come with the kit. This one is an H6 and this one is another H6. I'm gonna keep all the bolts and all the things that come out because you never know, and in the order that they came in. In case I ever sell the bike, it's probably good to have the option to sell it completely stock. So that's a heavy can, eh? I have to show you something. So as you can see, the exhaust enters, but the previous mechanic thought it was a good idea to put all this crap here, so I'm gonna be removing this basically, which I thought it was dirt, but it seems to be some sort of paste or something. Thankfully, it's not that difficult to get away. I thought it was just crap and that the first piece of the pipe was gonna enter without problems, but clearly not. And I'm too scared to put in the angle grinder to this. So I'm just gonna scrap it with the vise thingy without crashing it, because that's the nice thing about this, because when I just select how tight I like it to be and I just make it less tight than the exhaust so I don't smack it, I don't crash it. I mean, the vast majority of that crap is already gone. I'm gonna test if it fits, so I don't have to continue removing that thing, because I'm really scared of bringing the angle grinder to here. I don't think it's necessary. I don't want to break my exhaust. So I'm gonna try and see if it fits. They give you an extra bolt and you have to use this. On the other side is like a, I don't know what's the name of this, to be honest. Get my trusty wrench. Is it on the other side? Yes. It seems like it fits, but because I'm an absolute moron, I forgot this. So I have to start again. Like for showing you my mistakes, instead of hiding them and making everything look perfect, as if real life had anything to do with perfection. And I assume that I would just have to tighten this and call it a day. This is probably gonna be the best trick that you're gonna see today. I had to put the spring inside of the rubber, which was like really hard to put in. So just spray some WD-40 and it's gonna slide super easy. But the actual trick is that I don't have anything to pull the spring. But what I do have is a zip tie. And yes, you have to cut the zip tie now, but at least it's really, really easy to install. If it doesn't sound better, I don't care, but it's just so much nicer, man. The stock one is so ugly, man. I have high hopes for it to sound better. That should be enough. Let's cut the zip tie. Oh, by the way, I'm gonna be using the Swiss knife. Do you get the reference? Do you guys know which guy in the motorcycle world is known for having a tiny Swiss Army knife like this one? I'm gonna give you a little bit of a clue. He has a tiny shed and he has built some of the most impressive motorcycles ever. I'm not gonna tell you which ones, because if I do, you're instantly gonna find him. But if you know who I'm talking about, put it on the description. There it is. It's not just me, the one who thinks that looks so much better. And it's a lot lighter too. So I'm gonna put the camera exactly the same spot as before, and let's see how it sounds. I mean, just look at it, for the love of God. Like, you know how heavy is this? Yes, it's true that this one is all metal, it has no packing. But I mean, like, was it necessary to make it that big? The height might not be the same, but the camera is as far as it was before. is clearly deeper. And so much more beautiful. Perfectly straight, OCD satisfied. Why did I get this exhaust and not any other from the competition? First and foremost, regulation. Maybe you are lucky enough that you live in a country where you can remove the catalyzer and thus get a smooth, free-flowing exhaust, but that is not my case. I don't simply live in Europe, I live in Belgium, which is the pinnacle of regulation, and I tell you that fines are not a joke. So for me, trying to get any extra performance by changing the exhaust was completely out of the picture, sadly. So if I cannot get any extra performance by getting a full system, there are only 2 out of the 3 possible improvements that I can get from exhaust. Performance is gone, so I can just get better aesthetics and lower weight. Well, actually a 4th one, yeah, it sounds a little bit better. The video doesn't make it a lot of justice, but trust me, it sounds a little bit deeper, it sounds a little bit better, okay? But for me, the biggest concern was the weight, because the stock muffler alone weighs almost 5 kilograms. Is heavy as sin. Yeah, true, I didn't weigh it. And yes, this is on a manufacturer website, but someone in the SV Riders forum, which by the way is amazing, took the time to weigh it himself, and I think he made a typo, because these 10 pounds are 4.5 kilograms. But yeah, it's a lot lighter. But more importantly, it looks so much better because it's so freaking ugly, the stock one, man. It's so freaking ugly. So then why didn't get a Krapovic, an Arrow, or a Leo Vinci or anything like that? First of all, price. Because from the known brands, the cheapest ones start at 400 euros, which is 150 extra euros for a sticker. And I freaking hate stickers to begin with. If you really like how an Akrapovic looks, yeah, fantastic, go for it. Pay 600 euros for a slip-on that is gonna add absolutely nothing, and best case scenario is gonna weigh like 300 grams less. But in my case, I wanted a metallic pipe that had no obnoxious graphics for a good price. So I found that one from Storm Racing Parts, which is compliant with the EU regulation. So for me, I'm good. Would I have gotten other exhaust if I could change the full system? Absolutely. But because I cannot, because if I get stopped, I don't want to pay like upwards for 2,000 euros. I'm just not going to take the risk. And I'm not good enough of a rider to benefit from it. So look, for 236 euros, free shipping, man, I am so freaking happy with it. I have seen a lot of people going for this Leo Vinci with double mufflers. But I mean, if you like the aesthetic, yeah, sure, fantastic, go for it. But otherwise, I mean, like, what's the point? It's a 2-in-1. So why are you going to do 2-in-1 into 2? For me, it just seems like adding extra metal for the sake of it. But again, if you like that aesthetic, go for it. And honestly, I don't think this carbon fiber thingy looks that well on the SV at all. That's why I just wanted a metallic pipe. If you like it, sure, more power to you. But I don't think it looks good. That's just my taste. I just wanted a metallic pipe. Before I go, I have one question for you. Are you also one of these guys like me that would never use brake cleaner on your chain because you know it's bad for the O-rings or the X-rings, but you always wash your hands with brake cleaner? See you guys in the next one.